Welcome back, everyone. So today we are going to be fitting a dash cam into the new project car, which is a Nissan X-Trial T32. It's a 2016 plate, obviously known as the Rogue over in the States. But this will also work for the Nissan Qashqai J11, which is obviously the same era as the X-Trail. It's going to be very simple. I like to keep things simple. We're going to need a couple of tools, a panel tool, as always. Use the panel tool so you don't destroy your interior, and a spanner, which I believe is 10mm, but I will confirm that a little bit later. It's very simple and doesn't take very long. As always, I'm using the Next-Base camera and Next-Base camera fitting kit. I've taken the camera out of the BMW, which is sold now, and all I did was buy a new mounting kit for the camera, which is like £4 on Amazon. Right, everyone, like I say, what we're going to need: camera itself. You can use any camera you want. I use the Next-Base ones because I like them, and this one I had in the BMW. It's a 212G model. It means it's got GPS, which I find is useful because it does do mapping and speed, but obviously you can get ones without GPS. With the camera, when you buy it brand new, it normally comes with a sort of cigarette lighter adapter and a suction mount. But when you're hardwiring it, you're going to want the hardwire kit, which I'll get onto in a minute, and these sticky mount adapters, which are on Amazon, eBay for about four quid. Wiring kit itself, you can buy the Chinese versions for sort of £8. I always just buy the Next-Base ones because you can. The way I wire it in, it causes no issues. You don't strip any cables or anything like that at all. So you can, if you were to change car, quite easily just take this out, causing zero damage whatsoever, and use it on the next car. But these are about £18 to £20. Again, eBay, Amazon, or all your sort of local car shops. In there, you're going to get a couple of fuse adapters, like the piggyback adapters. I don't think you get a micro one, or no, a mini one and a normal size one, but I think we need the micro one for the Nissan. So you might need to buy just a separate one of them, but they're literally like 99p, a couple of quid. Again, Amazon, eBay. I'll put some links in the description. Obviously the Farad interference adapter and the power harness itself. First things first, I like to put the camera in where I want it. What you really want is it as centered as possible and as high up as possible. I try and get it tucked in behind the rear view mirror. You can't always, because obviously the center stuff where you've got the electronics and that, but mainly so it doesn't distract me whilst I'm driving, and it's nicely hidden. And this does have 110 degrees angle on the camera, so it's just offset, but it does go all the way from, has the range from A pillar to A pillar, so it is got a good angle. Like I say, with that, you just put it into the mount, take the sticky tape off, and just basically stick it to the window. So now it comes to putting the cable in. First things, remove the door rubbers, which is just a case if you grab hold of them. I can't really do it one-handed at the moment, but you just grab hold of it, pull it open, and then what you want to do is remove this panel, which, to be fair, you can get your finger in. There's a little hole there, but get your panel tool in there and that will just pop off, and then I'll move on to the next bit. Next thing, what you want to do is just pop this top panel away. Just be careful because you have got the airbags behind, but that just pops at the top like that, and now you've got a nice little run all the way down for your cable. To make things easier, obviously we removed the glove box on here. It's quite simple. Pull that down the side here. You've got this little lever. I don't know if I can think, but if you see, where is my tool? So where you have that bit there, you've got a little clip. That little bit there, it pushes up, and when you push that up, you can then slide that bit off to towards the inside of the car. And then on the inside, either side, you've got I can just about see it there, two little sort of dowels, get it to focus, two little dowels there, one there, one the other side. You just push that in and they will pop out, and then it will hinge down. And then once it's hinged down, I'll just do that. Okay, so you can see like the silver, oh, there we go. Once you've hinged it forward, it's held on by the two push clips there. But what you see just here and here is where those little silver bits are. What you can do is push the side in. It does flex in, and that would be the glove box out of the way, and it gives you lots of nice and room. The first thing, I'm going to feed the cable through, obviously this end through, tuck it in behind here. Ooh, comes out there, and then what you need to do is just push this bit so it comes around the back of this panel. Then all we're going to do is run the cable up the side here, all the way along the side, tucking it in around here along the top of the roof liner. Just tuck it in underneath and plug it in to the camera. Once that's done, it's all tucked in. Obviously you can push this all back in, push the rubbers back in, as you can see, clip that all in. It's all nice and neat, and then all you're left with this bit. So the next bit is the wiring. Now with these, most people would use the cigarette lighter socket as the fuse to jump off of, but the problem with the Nissans, the same as the BMW and the Mercedes, the cigarette lighter socket stays live for 5 minutes after. Now you can use it, that would mean the camera obviously will stay on for 5 minutes after you turn the ignition off, which some people might like. That's not a major thing for me, so I'm going to use a different circuit. Now the circuit I'm going to use is switched live, but does go off immediately, and what we're going to use is this 15 amp one right now. Now that one is for the heated seats. Now that's obviously a circuit that it's not too much of an issue if I jump off with the piggyback fuse, and as expected, we need a different fuse holder. Now I'm going to put a link to these in the description. These are the micro ones. They're a couple of quid for like 5 on eBay, but you will need one of them, and then all you're going to do is, when you take the 15 amp fuse out, if you hold it like that, so the bottom holder, you would put the 15 amp fuse in, and then the top one where the cable is coming out, which is going to be your add-on circuit, you're going to put a 2 amp fuse for that, for the camera. And then all you're going to do then is, we'll work this out, you plug that into the end of the piggyback socket, and then this is obviously your earth, and your easiest thing to do is nice little thing there. Anything with bare metal, which is what this is here, I'll move my finger out of the way. So basically this mount here is bare metal. Anything that's bare metal on a car is normally a really good earth. So all we're going to do, disconnect, take this screw out a little bit, which is, it's a Phillips head screw, but obviously it's also 10mm. Just unscrew that, put the earth cable underneath, and then that will be that part of the wiring done. So now that's done, obviously I'll connect the two together, tuck that behind, and then I've tied up the excess cable and tucked it away up in the void there, and that is basically the installation complete. I'll put the glove box back in, I'll turn the ignition on and set the camera up. So that's the end of the video. So it's a very quick, very simple installation guide. Obviously, like I say, you only need a Phillips screwdriver or a 10mm spanner and a panel tool. It would take 10-15 minutes maximum to do. And like I say, it is really simple. With that, you obviously not cutting into any cabling or anything like that at all, and can be totally reverted back to normal just by unplugging everything as you go along. In the same thing, obviously you can then transfer the cabling and the camera over to a new car if you sell the car you've got. Obviously, if it was useful, please like, subscribe. Any comments, please put them in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I have got a lot coming up on the Nissan now. I'm going to do some interior mods, clean all the interior up, because unfortunately the person that had the car didn't look after it as much as I potentially would do. So I'm going to do some interior mods. Ambient lighting is on the cards. Lots of other good stuff. Sequential indicator lights, tow bar, the wiring, all that for that. Some exterior sort of detailing and trim going on, just to tidy it up. And in the future, we're going to be looking at roof bars, roof tents, puddle lights, fog lights, floodlights, lots and lots, and probably suspension and off-road wheels and tyres. So please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.